Namaste mere pyare bachcho and a very warm welcome. I know your exams are just around the corner, so today we are going to master a topic that, seems a little tricky but is actually super duper simple. Let's talk about angles.
Yes! By the time we're done with this little session, I promise you, angles will be your new best friend. So, are you all ready? Chalo, let's get started. Okay, first things first. Forget all those complicated textbook definitions for just a minute. The real secret to understanding angles is just to think of them as simple turns. And what's the best way to understand turns? Well, by playing a game, of course. Come on, you all remember the game Statue, right? Where you run around and then somebody shouts statue and you have to freeze! It's just like those freeze frame challenges you see all over Instagram and YouTube. Well, every time you freeze, that little turn you made from where you started, that's an angle. So see, a turn is just a simple change in your position. That's all it is. And every single time you make a turn, you are creating an angle. The amount that you turn decides what kind of angle you make. It's that easy.
Just imagine you're on this giant wheel. You get in at the bottom, the wheel starts moving. It goes all the way up, right to the top, and then all the way back down to where you started. That entire journey, that complete circle, is what we call one full turn. But of course, we don't always make a full turn, do we? The two most important turns you absolutely have to remember are the half turn and the quarter turn. A half turn is just like taking a U-turn on the road. You end up facing the total opposite direction. And a quarter turn, that's just like turning a sharp corner when you're going from one street to the next. Okay, now that we are all experts on turns, let's give these turns their proper maths names. Don't you worry, they are very easy to remember. Cello, let's give them some names.
Now, the most important angle of all is the right angle. This is our perfect quarter turn, our 1/4 turn. The easiest way to spot it is to look for a perfect L shape. Right now, pick up your textbook and look at the corner. See that? That is a perfect right angle.
See here? Look at how this paper fan is opened up to make that perfect L. This is exactly what a right angle looks like. So always remember, a 1/4 turn is a right angle. Got it? Perfect.
Okay, next up we have the acute angle. I have a little trick for this one. Just think of it as a cute angle, because it's so small and cute. So an acute angle is any turn that is smaller than a right angle. Now look at the fan again. It's only opened a little bit, right? The gap between the sticks is much smaller than that L shape we saw before. This small, cute little angle, that's our acute angle.
So what happens if the angle is bigger than a right angle? Well, then we call it an obtuse angle. It's big, it's wide and open. You can think of it like opening your arms really wide for a big hug. So it's more than a quarter turn, but not quite a half turn yet. And look, here it is on our fan. You can clearly see the opening is so much wider than the right angle's L shape. That big wide space tells you it's an obtuse angle. See how simple this is?
And finally, what happens when you make that perfect half turn? You get a straight angle. And can you guess what it looks like? Of course, a perfectly straight line. A half turn is a straight angle. It is as simple as that.
You are all doing so well. I think you're ready for a quick exam power-up. These are questions just like the ones you'll get in your paper, and I bet you already know the answers. Cello, let's practice.
Okay, first question for you. Picture a clock in your mind. If the big minute hand makes a 1/4 turn, how many minutes have gone by? Think about it. A full circle on the clock is 60 minutes, so what is 1/4 of that?
Yes, 15 minutes. Fantastic. You knew that already, didn't you? From the 12 to the 3 on a clock, that's a perfect quarter turn, a right angle, and it's 15 minutes. You're getting this so well. Ready for the next one, my superstar? Okay, what if the minute hand makes a half turn? How many minutes is that? Just remember that straight angle we just talked about. 30 minutes, absolutely correct. A half turn takes the minute hand from the 12 all the way down to the 6. See, you are already solving exam questions. So simple, no?
All right, we're at our final concept. A turn has an amount, like a quarter or a half, but it also has a direction. So, which way did we go? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Honestly, this is the easiest one of all. Clockwise is simply the way the hands on a clock move, towards the right. And anti-clockwise? Well, that's just the opposite way, to the left. Easy peasy.
Okay, now look at this cute little bug. In the first picture, it's facing towards the right. In the second picture, it has made a 1/4 turn and now it's facing down. So did it turn the same way as a clock's hands or the opposite way? What do you think?
It turned clockwise. Absolutely brilliant. It moved from the right to facing down, just like the hand on a clock moves from the 12 to the 3. Amazing job. You are all so smart.
And we are done. See how simple that was? Now, a little bit of homework for you. Just look around your room. Look at a pair of scissors. Look at an open door. A slice of pizza. Can you find acute, right, and obtuse angles? I bet you'll start seeing them everywhere. All the very best for your exams. You are all going to do wonderfully.